Because she had cancer and she went through the whole chemotherapy, and I think that's common in the hood. So I don't know something cancer. It was giving some about money, but I just randomly sent it.
Okay. Give it up for Black Cancer, y'all. Shake it up.
Everybody hear me? Because I don't want to use the mic.
Yeah, you.
This is called Home Sweet Home. Hopefully everybody likes it. I spit, and I'm also a spoken word artist, and I'm going to do rap today.
I'm sorry, what's that title again, bro?
Home Sweet Home.
Yeah, can't hear you.
Home Sweet Home.
Your voice wavers is just.
Yeah.
Just wait.
He gonna get in. He gonna get in.
Niggas play heavy metal in the ghetto, don't confuse it with Guitar Hero. They press buttons to take you under, no pallbearer. Provoke you to smoke you like a Marlboro. Clapping bangers, gangster what they call Pharaoh. In the hood, only pussies run from the shadow. Niggas getting backs out, niggas blowing backs out, but they max out. Max out credit cards by identity frauds. When stores ask the question, just say charge. Philly, 6 letters made into 1 word. Shitty describes my city, it's full of birds. Don't be absurd. Not only known for cheesesteaks, wigs get pushed back like release dates. Niggas push crack from morning to evenings, and some fall back when the cops is peeking. Grandma keying, waiting on the right time. When Pookie got change and the drop dimes. When a man with the rubber bands on the money know how to count every ounce but a corner dummy. Refuse to move when he know the blues on and hunting for hustlers selling coke and marijuana pumping. Every other day's beef leaving corners bloody. Can't have a girl eyes watch on they honey. Pigs livestock more than monthly. Hate to chill, taking wheels, move on to something else. So we hate their ways. White boys with low cuts, that ain't no conspiracy. Wiggins KKKs. And they place them in the hood while these pussies get murked and they lacing them in wood. Yeah, when the heat is dumping, you see shells in the grass like the Easter Bunny hunt. Niggas nuts and they bust, give a fuck who the heat is touching. The street sweeper buffing. Another soul don't mean nothing long as they lie surviving 6 feet and under in the casket. Deadbeat daddies running off, leaving their youngins all bastards. Black and plastic, niggas clapping, catching deadly disease. These are the hazards. They attitude, fuck a magnum. Rather try to bust a bad bitch in a magnum for the bragging. Porno action is all they know. Bucky's knocked up at 14, they hardly grown. Nicki Minaj got them traumatized because they idolized. Wanting to be black Barbies, yo. That ain't hardly cold. Getting trained on party poke. Parental guidance is lost and broke. Philly wild and we lost in hope. Doing constant dirt. Death often flirts. We need God the most. Home sweet home.
Alright, yeah, right what I said. Questions, comments, Boss.
What's up, bro? You got bars, and I love the way you deliver. And I'm a big fan of hip hop. And one of the things that bothers me is when I think I said this before is when hip hop artists get on stage, and sometimes you're just like, "What you talking about?" Like you sound better recorded, but you sound real good on stage. So big ups.
Okay. Word. Anybody else? Question, comment? This is up, yeah.
What inspired you to write that song?
Philly. Everything that goes on in Philly, like I soak it up like a sponge. I constantly write. I have insecurity problems, and I'm also a bottled up person. So instead of actually talking to somebody because I think that, or I know that they'll probably judge, I keep it to myself, and I just write it all out. And I stay bottled up, which is also like a hindrance. Like it hinders me. It's a burden because I'm like my own worst critic, and it's also like a flaw.
Okay. Wise got a comment. Good.
I'm sorry, I don't want to hold on to comments, but
harm.
it's bothering me that you keep saying, don't say that. You keep saying, I had insecurity issues, I keep it all bottled up. You said that twice, you keep it bottled up. You keep saying that, it's going to continue to be that way. You know what I mean? Like, say something else. Put some other words out there, because words are magical. Right. And what you're saying right now is going to continue, you're going to continue some type of, what is it? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. There we go, spiral. So stop with those words. Let this be the last time you say that, at least in front of a crowd. Try to see fit. Look in front of the mirror and say something else tonight.
I say that because I feel like it's a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying?
Don't accept it.
I have. And I'm very stubborn, so I know this debate could go on.
We won't talk.
I'm gonna be this way.
I love your portrayal, your verbal portrayal of violence in Philadelphia. So often when I go outside of Philadelphia, and I spend a lot of time outside of the city, and I meet people, and you talk to them about the violence in the city, it almost seems like like it's just background noise to them. And it's almost like it's if though we're making this stuff up. This violence that we all grew up and we're all either victims of or partakers of. At the same time, I just really like how you continue to keep that going, because people kind of forget the city is wild, and for a lot of young people are just dying like at a ridiculous rate. And it's sad what happened to Trayvon Martin, but I'm seeing so many other people dying. I don't know if I should change my Facebook profile to hoodies or blocks or just build with a baby pacifier.
Right.
And see, you talking to me like that would actually make me develop a piece, whether that be rap or spoken word, just because.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It needs to happen, yeah.
First of all, I heard you say a line in there about Nicki Minaj. A lot of the things that discourage the women today of older about their babies nowadays, especially the young girls, is that they follow too hard behind the image.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, Nicki's not an MC to me. She's flaunting because she got booty in mouth, that's it. And I appreciate you putting that line in there about her, because to me, a real MC don't get that kind of play. We still listening to them MCs, like an MC Light and a Queen Latifah, like a Monie Love and a real Roxanne Shante. I listen to that. You know what I'm saying? Because I respect that, and that's what I grew up under. Nicki, in the original Kim. You know what I'm saying? Now Kim looking like she just came out of Black and 30 days ago. And to me, she doesn't have room to talk about Nicki because she's looking like Nicki and Nicki looking like her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's double verbiage. Not only that, but I respect your talk about the streets out here. I work in the school system. My students are dying like flies. Flies. I'm from A.O.C. I just lost a 14-year-old student senselessly, and another 18-year-old student senselessly. But the curse of it is that our government officials, the people with the most power, are sitting back getting autographs and community affairs instead of stepping up to the plate. They want to vote when it's time to vote. It's time to vote now, so their faces are out in the community. But instead of them being what they should be, they just getting them autographs and run. You know what I mean? So keep talking what you're talking, because it's important. And every time you see a young brother and a young sister, make sure you let them know that.
I had a couple questions, you know what I mean? It's for anybody in the room or whatever. Like you said about the politicians or whatever. Like, are the politicians doing anything that politicians don't always do?
Right. My question is, why are we expecting them
Right,
to
that's
do
my
that?
question.
Like when she said they got the most power, and I said, no.
It's not that I'm expecting them to do what they're doing, but what I'm expecting them is, you have children in the same school system. Matter of fact, even some of them have their kids now, like Governor Christie. His children are in private schools, but he's cutting every program in our school system.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm all for it. I don't need them to stand up and speak what I'm speaking, because I go to the community affairs and council meetings and to their office and tell them just like that, because I'm not afraid of them. My thing is that when it comes down to needing the final signature, they throw it away like it's yesterday's trash.
But my question is, in asking that, like Too Deep said, the aspect of why, 'cause especially when you've been on the planet long enough, like you've been here 30, 40 years, this is what politics has always been.
I know that.
So my thing is, the fact that we still have certain expectations of certain things from politicians, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand that rationale. Like when it's like, you know, we'll say that this governor, you know what, Governor such and such don't give a damn about our babies in the schools. As if there's ever been a governor in the history there's ever, you know what I mean? Like that's an anomaly. Like usually governors, they take care of the kids in public school. Like that, has that ever been the situation? Have elected officials, for the most part, ever done what they've been elected to do? So why do we still have an expectation that elected officials,
I think the thing that kind of frustrates me is the fact that if we really knew our history, we would know that we did less with more.
Yeah, we did more with less.
More with less. Because we did, I mean, when you look at the laws that were enacted in the, after Reconstruction, after the 1880s, I mean, we actually made great progress when we were actually under the most persecution. And I think that the problem I find
And why is that, if you can answer that?
I think the problem is simply this. I think that we got confused. We thought the civil rights movement was about access. I mean, it was about acceptance. It was about access. We did not want to be accepted. We did not want integration. We didn't want any of that stuff. We wanted access to the system that we belong to. And I think that somewhere along the line, we believe that moving to the suburbs, buying a nice home, leaving our neighborhoods, abandoning our goals, abandoning our universities was making it in America. Because you hear black people say all the time, oh, my son has a white girlfriend, or you know, she's light-skinned, and we still say that to this day. Or we'll say, oh yeah, my son's going to an Ivy League school, and we look at Cheney as if it's a joke. And I'm saying, we did more when we had very little. The problem is, I think that we have lost our way.
All right, I saw a few hands up here. I saw your hand first. Okay. I saw another hand somewhere back there.
So I was just saying, to back up for him, I'm working on a poem where I said, we forgot we were niggas. Because it was almost like when they called us everything but African American, we didn't want to be called that, and now we call ourselves niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember when, you know, to go to the grocery store, your grandma used to tell you, go in, put your good clothes on, comb your hair, walk, and now you see the kids looking any kind of way to go anywhere. And I'm like, I was like, it was. I agree with you that we forgot how it felt to have to work for something to work, and then once you got that access, people threw away the key and closed the door for those that need to learn what it was to get to that point. And I feel like there's a gap. Like, our parents didn't teach us what they had to do. They go, I don't want my kids to go through what I went through, but no, you need to let them go through what you went through so that they can pass the story down.
And I'm one of those parents who's guilty of that.
All right, we're gonna go Breed and Larry. Go, Breed.
I just think we forgot about community. We're not a community.
No.
We're only a community when we're offended. Yeah. Every time we're a community. And I believe that, because when you said about having to go to our government, when our government left us on the roof, talking about, you flew over us with, you know, cameras and not dropping water, we should have went in
I'm shocked that we're shocked. That's the part that was getting me. Like, you know what they did to them folk? I'm like, really? Y'all we're shocked?
That's what really started saying, and I answer the question, why my brother's keeper will be a lot better off. Take care of your brother. Don't be scared of him. And we'll be a lot better.
All right, last comment, Larry.
Yeah, like what you said, we shouldn't be shocked about with these preachers, politicians, and celebrities and all of what they do. I don't expect for them. What I learned to do, I learned to look within myself. Once I learned to look within, that's when I was able to get things done. And I stopped looking outward to these people to do things. Now, you know, you can get things done. You know, I'm in organizations and everything, getting work done, not waiting on a politician or a preacher.
But you know, I think it's healthy that we're shocked, because you know that means that we as a people are really being true to our nature as Africans. We are always optimistic. No matter what, we believe. I don't believe we should be. I don't think we should be blindly optimistic. But when people are shocked, I'm not upset by that, because I'm going, they still believe that there's goodness.
Well,
I want to show them how to survive when they see the evil. And I think that's what we have to do. That balancing act. Believe in goodness, but survive when you see the evil.
I'm gonna say this on that. I mean, you know, you're right. We African people, we believe in blind goodness and all that good stuff. But at the same time, it's like, you know what I mean, we're not naive either. Like, you know, you don't expect blood out